Now, there's a question I want to answer today and show you one tip that's really cool. The question is it smarter to take one frame out? I'm having to take my car in for an oil change today. Friday is a day where we keep things rolling at the bee farm, but it's a day where we run a whole bunch of errands because we don't take customer calls on Friday. So that gives us a chance to get a bunch of things done. I'm in a public bathroom and look at how narrow. There's like only a few inches between the water spigot and the. I can't get my hands under here. Wow. So here's a honey super, and as you can see, it's about 6 5/8 of an inch from top to bottom, and the frames are smaller so that when the bees put honey in your super, it doesn't become extremely heavy like a deep brood box would. So this box could weigh, upwards of 40 pounds full of honey. Now, there's a question I want to answer today and show you one tip that's really cool. The question is it smarter to take one frame out and have 9 frames in the super and spread them out so that the bees would draw the wax further out, meaning that on each frame they could draw the wax out a little further because there's one less frame, there's more space between the frames. That makes it easier to uncap because the wax is wider, and it also could potentially lead to more honey production because the comb is thicker with more honey in it versus 10 that are thinner with less honey. Now that's questionable, right? Because who knows for sure. So if people ask me, is it wise to take one frame out and only have 9 frames in a super? I usually say yes, no, really doesn't matter. I've done it both ways, and I've had the same success. Bees are going to add honey to the comb above them. And I would say that it does make it easier to uncap if it is wider, but they don't always make 9 frames wide like you would hope. Now the tip I want to give you today is if you take if you take a frame out and you have 9 frames instead of 10, well, obviously you got a big gap, and in that big gap what's going to happen is bees are going to build a stray piece of comb. So they make kind of all different kind of things. They make an external leveler, if you want to call it that you put down and you move it so that everything's spaced evenly. Or they make some you can tack on the inside of your super, which actually has 9 little sticky up slots so that your frames are immediately centered. Why I don't like those? Very hard to get them out if they're sitting in a metal slot. And I've done it before, and it's really, really hard. Also, small hive beetle love to get in those little crevices around the metal holders. So I was once working with some commercial beekeepers once, and they ran 9 frames like this, and what do you do about the gaps and all? And they were in a hurry, as all commercial beekeepers are, thousands of hives, semi-trucks. And they taught me that when you put the frames back in and they look all messed up like this because you've only got 9 frames in, take the box and shake it like this. And after you shake it, you can see that they're evenly spaced like this. And I thought, that's pretty good. Let me do it again. You have a big gap in the middle, and you just shake it. You can kind of eyeball it And you know when you got it, boom, they're all level. That's a cool technique. There you go. I'll be teaching a bee class tomorrow in northern Illinois. I got to go to get some supplies now. And I always have them printed off here at this particular place.